in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Number 26 on return.
Hey, let's go!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Ready. Blue 80. There we go.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
3 down. Hey, check. Hey, South. 22. Check. Let go.
Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Let's go. Tight right. 4 down. Check.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Room here to run. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Gun. Hey,
Now Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. Blue 80. Hey, gun. Fresno. 11. Right.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bryant's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
22. Hey, let's go.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Let's go.
Freeman again. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Let's go.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
That is right. Ready. Blue 80. Bang. 54, south. Get up.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, gun. Hey, Tuesday. On.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Gerald McCoy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, we are ready. Flag 25 behind. Easy. Hey. Check in. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Mike Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Hey, let's go.
A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Let's go now. Let's go.
2nd down, Winston. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Ready. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Let's go. Hey, Tuesday. 54, south. Back.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run here with Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
4 down. Check.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Let's go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
21. Base. Ready, blue 80. Hey, let's go. Gun. Motion.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. 1st down, Winston. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Winston. And break, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Evans has it left side. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer 1st. Jameis now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wait. Ready.
Jameis again. And it's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A very good gain on first down, 9 yards on the dump-off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They give it off here to the tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tech McKinley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Hey, express! Got it! Blue 80! 11! Gun!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Winston now. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got
12. Ready. Go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ryan now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got four. We got
21.
Check three.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Three down. Hey, check.
Wait. Gun. Ready to go.
They go play action now. Ryan. Now he's flushed out right. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Jameis to throw it. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
Winston now from the 50. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, guys, check me out, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Kill.
Hey, Tuesday.
53's the mic.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready. Blue lady. Easy. Hey. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let's go. Ready. White 25.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
3 down, 3 down.
Ready? Black 22. Sonic.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And taken right at the 35. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So out come the Bucs now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Winston now to throw on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jameis on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Everyone's got 4 down.
Ryan now going to try to run the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. 20. Get up. Go.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Right 25, 25, sit on!
Check 50, check 50.
Gun. Here we go!
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Out. 3 down.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Green, Triple C. Hey, let's go.
To throw is Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to sneak out late. Watch 82.
And they'll run it here. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey,
Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
hey, we got.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Evans. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
First down, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Sonic.
I'm coming for you, 20.
Sonic.
I'm coming for you. Squad, squad, squad.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let's go. Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
They'll throw again. Winston got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Green, triple C. Hey, let's go.
To the air again with Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's go now.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Winston. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
It's time to play.
Winston keeps it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Watch tight end. Odd, 5 down.
Hey, let's go.
Now Jones. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space. Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Let's go. Let's convert.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Where is this play going? And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they